Hi, this is Jacqueline here. Thank you for growing in God with the Grow Movement. It has become a movement. It has. And I praise God for it. I'm very humbled. I'm humbled, and I want to give a shout out to um my family, my loved ones growing in the UK. We are growing and we are rising and we are growing as one nation under God. This whole world, we are no longer going to be known as the ball of confusion. We're going to get it together in love. We growing in love. And so I want to shout out to some special people over there who are growing. And I love you, Deal Preet. Keep growing in God. And my people. You know, it just comes a time when we begin to do better. We begin to think better. We do away with all our old ways. Seriously, just like the great mountain, it sloughs off all its old stuff to rise to reach its greatness. And that's what we're all trying to do. But we need to stop cutting one another down and cutting one another short and holding one another back and being a stumbling block to one another. We have to stop being judges. We have to start forgiving. We have to look past things and realize that we are not perfect ourselves. We are not the ones, we are not sitting in glass houses. We can't sit up and throw stones. We ain't no better than nobody else. We all trying to reach our greatness in God. We all trying to reach our greatness here on earth. We all are trying to rise. But we are not supposed to rise at the expense of one another. We're supposed to rise in love as we lifting one another up like the great mountains do. They spread love. The mountains can't get any higher, so begins to spread the love. And that's love. It spreads. It's too heavy. It can't get any higher. So it spreads. It has to. And that's love. So that's what we're doing. We're spreading the love all over the world. We're beginning to rise. We've reached our 34th country. That's Austria. And I'm very humbled to know that my voice is there, and we're beginning to grow as a people. It don't matter what your race is. We all have a heart. We all know how to love. We all know how to do what God commands, which is love one another. Because see, if we don't, we are going to face judgment, a harsh judgment, and the judgment is not how you think it is. It ain't just how you think. And that's why you have to go through some suffering in this life. You do. A lot of people have to go through suffering, but if you notice, a lot of people who do evil don't really have to suffer through things to get what they get. They don't do that. They realize the humble beginnings where they came from. Now, you do have some who fall for the spiritual warfare and fall for evil and do wrong. Yes, you do. But you have those who rise to reach their greatness, who realize, they have a humble spirit and have to reach back. And I have to lift up my brothers and my sisters, just like I told you about the legend, the king, Maurice Wright. How he lifted up the brothers, that band was just full of African kings. It was, and it was a beautiful band, but he didn't just, he reached out to everyone. Because I'm telling you, evil is not racist, and he just talked about love as a people, love together, love one another. Yeah, we are different. We're all different anyway. We think different. We act different. We do different. But we're all the same. We all got a heart. We all bleed red blood. We all God's people. We all are one. We all are the same. I could use your heart. You use my heart. What's different about us? There's nobody supreme. And that's technically a 400-year-old lie. that they've been believing. And they getting ready to learn the truth too. We getting ready to learn about a whole lot of different things. We getting ready to come up out of oppression. We getting ready to rise. Love drives out hate. It's time out for this foolishness. It's time to come together, because look, we've been like crabs in the bucket. Us as an African people, we have holding one another down, holding one another back. Don't want to see one come up. You come up, and I'm going to pull you back down. I don't want you up. And we all can't listen to the same music. So we can't all just have one artist who just the best. He the best at everything. He the best this. He the best that. Because see, they all are legends. They all trying to reach their greatness. And many of them fell to the oppression. And many of them were failed by the oppression, trying to reach their greatness. Look at look at what the legend, the king, Mr. Nipsey Hussle was doing. All the projects that he had going. Even upon his death, even the police officers crying, because look how he was trying to make an impact. See, that's what evil does. Evil got us cutting one another down as we trying to lift one another up. I'm telling you something, evil ain't gonna get me, honey. I'm mobile. I can, ain't no telling where I might show up. Ain't no telling where I might be. You'll never know. Cause see, that's one good thing about a podcast that Dr. King wasn't able to do. So I can rip and run here, there, and everywhere. I can tell you all in the message. I can put in the description. It's going to be about this and it'll be about something else. Just tell you something. Just give you a word, a heads up. But the evil ain't gonna be looking for me like that, not really. Not, they gonna want to cut. Yeah, they gonna want to cut down and find out who did this and who started this and how she get, all this nut. I'm not worrying about the evil. I'm worrying about my people. I understand that the evil is out there. The evil gonna be working. The evil is gonna do evil. We can't control what the evil gonna do. We have to just keep on working, quietly building, quietly working, quietly growing, quietly rising. Just like, I'm gonna tell you something. I got a picture that I took. I got a picture that I took of I'm coming up on the rough side of the mountain, and I am, and also a picture that I took. I had went to the cemetery to visit a relative. Something I'm gonna tell you. I can make out demons. I can. But I am going to tell you this, the ancestral spirits, the beautiful spirits, the good guys, they don't too much. They will show themselves when they have to comfort a loved one, to give us guidance, to let us know they're there, just like they did me in the haunted house. They will make themselves known, but they don't do stuff like, pushing glasses and moving stuff, moving objects and different things like that. When a spirit is doing that, a spirit is trying to tell you something. A spirit is trying to reveal something, trying to reveal a message, trying to say something. Because that's what the evil was always doing with me. But I was petrified. I was scared. I had even I've been plagued by haunted houses and ghosts all my life. I had even stopped drinking because I wanted to be sober if I ever saw a ghost or a spirit or heard them, and I did. And I did see them and I heard them. I saw dark masses. I saw all kind of different things, but I never knew that also about the good side, because all we think about are the good spirits resting. They sleep now. Now they sleep. No, they not. The body is gone. That physical body, yes, is at the cemetery, but they are not there. They not at the cemetery. That's that energy, that soul is energy, and it has to go. It has to move, and it is moving all around us. The spirits are all around us, and the birds, the ancestors send the birds to send messages to us. They really truly do. The birds, the beautiful birds, cardinals, different kinds. Cardinals always visit me all the time. Cardinals would peck on the window. One day I was sitting and I was feeling a little down. I was. This happened not too long ago. I was feeling a little down because I do have my down moments. And the queen perks me right back up. Give me a quick pep talk. I'm telling you, in my mind, give me a pep talk. Get me up. Because see, that's what you have to do to yourself. Talk, pep yourself up. Look, woe is not you. So look, I'm sitting here and I was actually in the car. And the sunroof was open, but the thing was open, but the glass was closed. So I'm sitting here and I looked up. And as I looked up, it was a bird sitting on the sunroof looking down at me. The bird squawked something at me and flew out. Before I could even get the camera ready to take a picture, it flew off. It squawked something at me like, look, get it together. And so, immediately I got it together. Cause, I'm telling you, the birds, yes, they're ancestral guides. And you can't go through life thinking that the spirits are resting and the spirits are asleep. And, they at the cemetery, sleep, while the evil is up doing. It's evil spirits, haunted houses, different things like that. But I don't delve off in that different stuff. I don't fool with watching scary movies and different things anymore. And I used to, because I used to try to look for answers. How this movie gonna end? Maybe I can get rid of the demons I'm dealing with. But it never worked out like that. But at the same time also, I was drinking. So I wasn't able to hear no good spirits. I was thinking, because I was going through some oppression in my life back then. I really was. I'm telling you, the Lord done pulled me through some situations, honey, where I have touched on some of everything, every topic that deals with Africans in this country under oppression. We all are. Some of us just had good lives. Some of us was born into wealth. Some of us work hard and rise up above it. Some of us, we do good. But then I'm trying to reach the ones, and I need the ones who have reached it to help me reach back and lift the ones who ain't got there. The talented and lost. The ones who need help. The ones who need a helping hand. The ones who need a beacon, a light off the shore to tell them to open their sail back up and allow God to guide the ship. It don't matter who you are. God allows U-turns. Even those who are driven by this evil spiritual warfare, you got a chance to turn around before it's too late. You got a chance to repent, before judgment is heaped on top of you. Cause it ain't nothing about what you think it's gonna be. It's something a little different. It's something different. Judgment in the afterlife. It is. See, this right here is just a journey. This highway of life we on, this just a journey, honey. And this journey can be cut short. It depends on how you run it. It depends on how you design that heart a lot of times. And then a lot of times when people leave here, they are legends. When they leave here and they are cut short, their life, it becomes a legend. It truly does. Because their loved ones are left to carry on their legacy. The legacy that they left. The legacy that they were working on. The legacy of love that they left. I'm telling you, life is a journey. That's why the heart is designed for our actions, and the heart is what you got to get together. Don't worry about the doctor. You need to do your own heart checkup. You need to make sure your heart is in the right place toward folks, because you are not here to be man's servant. You are here to be God's servant. You are being watched as you are going about how you doing, folks, how you doing different things. You better fix your heart. You know who you are, who need to fix your heart and get it right before it's time for judgment. And those of you who know somebody like that, you need to tell them it's time to grow. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. And we gonna rise all over the world. We gonna come up out of this oppression. We gonna come up out of this pity party. Woe ain't none of you. Knock, knock, who's there? Woe, no. It even says, in God I trust. So no woe. Woe ain't none of me. I'm trusting in the Lord. I ain't gonna trust in woe, and I ain't gonna be woe. I ain't gonna be none of that. I'm gonna be royalty. I'm gonna walk in royalty. I'm gonna act like royalty. I'm gonna think like royalty. Stop pawning your gold. Go get your gold and your diamonds. That's what was over there in Africa. That's what drove people over there. They came over there looking for the gold and the diamonds that the Lord had blessed the land with. So go get your gold and walk and represent the Lord every day, not just on Sunday. Every single day, you represent God. You get up and dress up for the world and show the world. Get up in the morning early and present yourself to the world. You are royalty. You never know what the day may bring. You just never know what the day may bring. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. It's a great day in the Lord all over the world because we're growing in love. God bless you. Let's rise.